Unlock your potential. The power of productive habits. Success isn't built overnight. It's crafted through small, consistent habits repeated daily, with dedication. If you want to transform your life, the secret lies in the habits you develop. Habits shape your future. Hey everyone, and welcome. We all want to be more productive, achieve our goals and live our best lives, right? In this video, we're going to break down how to develop productive habits that will unlock your full potential. By the end, you'll have a clear roadmap to becoming the best version of yourself. Let's dive in together. Start small, your first step to success. Listen, I know what it's like to feel overwhelmed. The feeling of having too much on your plate, not knowing where to start, and the fear of failure can be paralyzing. You've got big goals, big dreams, but taking that first step can feel impossible. The sheer size of your ambitions can make them seem unattainable. You want to change your whole life, so you try to do everything at once. You think that by tackling all your goals simultaneously, you'll achieve success faster. You tell yourself you're going to work out every day, eat perfectly, and conquer the world. You create a detailed plan, convinced that this time you'll stick to it, and then life gets in the way. You miss a day, then two, and suddenly you're back to square one, feeling defeated. The cycle of starting and stopping becomes all too familiar. But what if I told you there's a better way? A way that doesn't set you up for failure, but instead builds you up for success, one small step at a time. A way that doesn't involve drastic overnight transformations, but instead focuses on small, manageable shifts in your daily life. That's the power of starting small. By making tiny, incremental changes, you create a sustainable path to success. These small actions are easy to implement and maintain. Instead of trying to read for an hour each day, start with just 5 minutes. This small commitment is less daunting and more achievable. Instead of aiming for a complete diet overhaul, swap out one sugary drink for a glass of water. This simple change can have a significant impact over time. The key is to make it so easy you can't say no. When the steps are small, they're less intimidating and more likely to become habits. These small steps might seem insignificant at first, but trust me, they have a way of snowballing into massive change. Over time, these tiny actions accumulate and lead to substantial progress. Remember, you're building a foundation for lasting transformation, and that takes time. Just like constructing a building, each small action is a brick in your foundation. Focus on consistency over intensity. It's the regular, repeated actions that create lasting change. Small actions repeated day after day compound over time, leading to remarkable results. Your journey to success starts with that first small step. Anchor to existing habits, the power of association. Let's talk about how to make those new habits stick, because we all know how challenging it can be to maintain new routines. We've all been there, starting with good intentions only to find them fizzling out after a week or two. It's frustrating and can make us feel like we're failing. The key is to anchor new habits to existing routines. This method leverages the power of association to make new behaviors more automatic. Think of it like this. Your brain loves shortcuts. It's always looking for ways to save energy and effort by automating behaviors. It loves to automate behaviors, and that's what we're going to leverage here. By linking new habits to existing ones, we can create a seamless transition. Let's say you want to start meditating, but you can never seem to find the time. Your day is packed with activities, and finding a quiet moment feels impossible. Instead of trying to carve out a separate time slot in your already packed day, try anchoring it to an existing habit, like brushing your teeth. This way, you're not adding more to your schedule, but enhancing what you already do. Every morning, after you brush your teeth, you meditate for 2 minutes. This small addition can make a big difference over time, that's it. By linking the new habit to something you already do consistently, you're essentially piggybacking on the existing neural pathways in your brain, making it easier to adopt and maintain the new behavior. This method reduces the mental effort required to start a new habit. Anchor new habit plus old routine equals success. This formula is simple yet incredibly effective. It's like magic, but it's science. Your brain starts to associate the two actions as one, so instead of brushing your teeth being the end of your routine, it becomes the cue to meditate. Your brain starts to associate the two actions as one, so instead of brushing your teeth being the end of your routine, it becomes the cue to meditate. This association makes it easier to remember and perform the new habit. This simple technique can be a game changer when it comes to building lasting habits. It's a small tweak that can lead to significant changes in your daily life. Remember, you're not just changing your actions, you're rewiring your brain. This process takes time and consistency, but the results are worth it. By anchoring new habits to existing ones, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. Chapter 3. Create visual cues. Make it impossible to ignore. Have you ever noticed how easily distracted you can get? It's like our minds are constantly being pulled in a million different directions. Our environments are full of temptations, distractions, and shiny objects vying for our attention. From the moment we wake up, we're bombarded with notifications, advertisements, and endless to-do lists. That's why we need to be proactive in setting ourselves up for success. By organizing our spaces and planning our days, we can create an environment that supports our goals rather than hinders them. We need to create visual cues that act as constant reminders of the habits we're trying to build. These cues should be strategically placed where we can't miss them, serving as gentle nudges throughout our day. Think of it like this: out of sight, out of mind, right? So let's reverse that. By making our goals visible, we keep them top of mind and increase our chances of following through. Let's make those desired habits impossible to ignore. Place items related to your goals in prominent spots where you'll see them frequently. Want to work out more? Make it easy for yourself. Don't just neatly tuck your gym clothes away in a drawer. If they're out of sight, they're out of mind. Lay them out the night before. Shoes, socks, workout gear, the whole 9 yards, right in the middle of your floor, where you can't miss them. This way, when you wake up, you're already halfway to your workout. Trying to read more? Make your reading material easily accessible. Leave that book you've been meaning to start on your pillow. This way, when you go to bed, it's right there waiting for you, making it easier to pick up and read. Want to drink more water? Make it convenient. Fill up a large water bottle and keep it on your desk throughout the day. This way you don't have to constantly get up to refill, and you'll be reminded to drink more often. These visual reminders act as triggers for your brain, constantly nudging you in the right direction. They help reinforce the habits you're trying to build by making them a regular part of your environment. They eliminate the mental effort of remembering, reducing the chances of you falling back into old patterns. By setting up these cues, you're essentially automating your good habits. Remember, we're creatures of habit. Our brains are wired to seek out routines and stick to them. We're hardwired to follow the path of least resistance, so make the path you want to take the easiest one to follow. By setting up visual cues and making your desired actions more accessible, you're paving a clear path to success. Make it so easy that you can't help but follow through. Chapter 4. Track your progress, the power of accountability. We are wired for progress. Seeing how far we've come, the milestones we've hit, it's incredibly motivating. That's why tracking your progress is crucial when it comes to building lasting habits. It keeps you accountable, highlights your wins, and helps you stay focused on the long game. Now, tracking doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need a fancy app or a color-coded spreadsheet unless that's your thing, of course. The simplest method is often the most effective. Get yourself a calendar, a physical one, not a digital one. And every day that you stick to your habit, mark it with a big fat X. Seeing that chain of X's grow longer and longer becomes incredibly satisfying. It's visual proof of your commitment and consistency. And trust me, you won't want to break that chain. It becomes a game, a challenge you set for yourself. Each X represents a victory, a step closer to the best version of yourself. Remember, what gets measured gets managed. So start tracking your progress today and watch those habits solidify. Chapter 5. Reward yourself. Celebrate the wins. We often focus so much on the end goal that we forget to celebrate the small wins along the way. But here's the thing, celebrating those small wins is crucial. It reinforces positive behavior, boosts motivation, and makes the entire journey more enjoyable. Think about it. When you were a kid, remember how good it felt to get a gold star on a well-done assignment? It's the same principle here. We're hardwired to seek out rewards and positive reinforcement. So, give yourself permission to celebrate those victories, no matter how small they may seem. Finished your reading goal for the week? Treat yourself to a movie night. Stuck to your workout routine for a whole month? Buy yourself that new workout outfit you've been eyeing. Drank 8 glasses of water every day this week? Indulge in a relaxing bath with essential oils? The reward itself doesn't have to be extravagant. It's about acknowledging your efforts and giving yourself a well-deserved pat on the back. Remember, you're creating a positive feedback loop. You're training your brain to associate positive feelings with the habit, making it more likely that you'll stick with it in the long run. So go ahead, celebrate those wins. You deserve it. Your journey starts now. Listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Developing habits isn't always smooth sailing. You'll have days where you miss a workout, eat that extra slice of cake, or hit the snooze button one too many times. You'll feel unmotivated, question if it's all worth it, and be tempted to throw in the towel. But here's the key. Don't let one bad day turn into a bad week, and don't let one setback derail your entire progress. If you fall off track, and you will, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just dust yourself off, start again the next day, and keep moving forward. Resilience is the foundation of long-term success. Remember, the habits you build today will shape your tomorrow. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your life transform. If this video inspired you, hit that like button, subscribe for more life-changing content, and let me know in the comments which habit you're starting today. I'm rooting for you.